Hello, YouTube people. I'm just gonna go over a couple things about the event system I've been working on lately. It's kind of an update on what I've been doing. So, we now have images at the top, and I think it goes a long way for immersion. Just kind of helps assist the player in what's going on. It's cool. It takes a little bit more time to write the events if I gotta stick a picture in there. But, that's what I'm doing. Oh, I've also got this little, trait indicator down at the bottom of the screen. So, when you mouse over a pilot, it shows you, what traits they have and what the traits do. This kind of helps you make a snap decision on who to bring. So, another thing is the hub area, which is this area. You come back here quite often as you go room to room. And I figured this is what the sentry guns are going to be used for. So you could deploy the sentry gun in the hub area, and they will kill any enemies that happen to wander in. Sometimes the enemies will get lucky and they'll kill the sentry guns. However, that's really unlikely. It's all dependent on what kind of enemies are in the areas. Really crazy ones are going to have a better chance at killing the sentry guns. In this particular bunker, though, it's pretty unlikely they're going to go down. It's like single digit. But you get to even loot the enemies that the sentry guns kill. So it's pretty great. I also use the Aliens sentry guns. Best movie, by the way. They went and fucking ruined it with Alien 3. I could talk about that fucking movie forever. But that's not why you guys are here. So, leave the sentry guns. Don't forget to pick them up before you leave. Treasury room. As your squad makes their way into the room, they spot a group of humans rummaging through some containers. As the people spot you, they raise their hands above their heads and notify you that they are not a threat. They are not well armed, and were scavenging the area, apparently looking for random odds and ends to sell for money. You must make a choice. You could rob them, head back to the hub, or kill them. This event has about 16 different trees that branch off of it. Now, I guess I could give it all away, but I also don't want to give it all away because it's pretty fucking interesting. So what do? Man, I want to at least show what one of the events does, right? Although it's very unlikely I'll come across the follow-up to this one. You know what? I am not going to tell you guys what happens. I'm going to let you guys see it for yourselves and be surprised or pissed off. And we're just going to head back to the hub, which also has its own tree of things that could happen. Hopefully we don't run into it. The mech bay's locked. One cool thing is the command center is going to have a button where if you take over the command center, you get to unlock all the doors in the entire facility without having to use any of your hacking tools. So, a little bit of tactics with where to go first. However, the command center is going to be a hot zone that is going to have lots of combat usually in it. Not all the time, but usually. So it's going to be a little bit of a risk. We're going to leave though. We're going to jump into that bunker a few more times just to see if we could come across any variation of things. deploy my sentry guns again. Suddenly ambushed by scavengers. They're wearing blast armor and they have frag grenades. I forget what I had equipped. I think I've got blast armor on, so I'm negating their frag grenades. And I got shotguns, so I think I'm good. We out-equip them. And they're only scavengers, so they don't really have a high battle value rating. Now, I have a lot of shit running in behind the scenes for combat. How to explain it? Well, I won't be able to explain the whole thing, but basically, there is a threat value assigned at the beginning, and then from there, it scans all the equipment that your soldiers have, and the threat value will go down depending on if your equipment negates anything that the enemies have. And then it will do calculations for the enemies and then it'll go up. And what you're left with at the ends is the chances of squad death, succeeding, or your people getting wounded. So that is the most simplest way I can explain it. So I think we're gonna fuck them up here. Yeah, they're dead. Anything cool happening in the treasury room? It's the same group of scavengers you decided to... See, it keeps track. It knows. Consequences. They greet you and one of them walks up to your squad and gives you something they found. Not a bad thing we got going on here, eh? You don't kill us and every time we cross paths you get a cut. Cool, he gave me stuff. We'll leave. I don't want to show you guys the other things. I'm a little upset that we gave away a little bit, but it's nice to show off that there's consequences. I think I was talking with the mic a little too close to me. I got the gain up too high. Well, I'm not going to redo this video, so I have to deal with it. Sentry guns are killing shit, apparently, in the hallway. Some other scavengers. Cool, got myself some combat armor. Great. What's going on in the mech bay? Nothing. Just some money. Trap disarm kit. Okay, it's a bunch of fucking scavengers getting vaporized. Pick up my sentry guns and we're out of here. Alright, I think that's good enough. I don't want to spoil anything more. So, we got pictures. We have attacks going on in the hub area. And we have a little bit of hub defense that you can employ. Another thing I want to add. I also made it so some of these events are quite questionable with moral choices, right? And if word somehow gets out that you're doing anything, you may get a bounty on your head. And if that happens, bounty hunters will come after your entire company. They will be inserted into these text events, and they'll sometimes be randomly placed in these rooms, and they'll ambush you, and they'll tell you to give them how much your bounty is, or they'll kill you. And so you could either fight them or give them money for your bounty. If you kill the bounty hunters, your bounty will go up even more. And the more it goes up, the more dangerous the bounty hunters will be. And they will also drop bounty hunters into normal missions that you take with your mechs. So, on top of assassins coming after you for bad faction rep, if you do some no-nos in the text-based events, bounty hunters will be coming after you. So it's a little bit of consequence to some of the bad actions. I do want some bad actions that you can get away with, though. I don't want I don't want to like Fallout where you murder somebody and there's like no one around to witness it, and you still get bad karma. That's fucking stupid. So we're not doing that here, but you can bet that some of these people that you can murder told their friends where they were going, and someone may or may not notice your leopard leaving, and it may not be obvious that there are witnesses, but I did code some witnesses that you won't know about. So you won't always be able to know if you'll be able to get away with things. Okay, so that's pretty much where I'm at. I'm still finishing up the bunker. Still gonna take a while. And like I said, when we come out with this update, it's only going to be the bunker, unfortunately, because it's taken me so long to make a bunch of underlying mechanics. I've had to start over on several mechanics, and there was feature creep where I made it better, improved a lot of things, and I had to go back and redo stuff. So I'm trying to make the first impressions of this really good. I'm trying to make the base of this, the foundation, really good, so I gotta do less work in the future, and I could pump these events out quicker. So that's why it's taken me so long to get the first one done. And yeah, I want to add a lot more events after this. I plan to work on this game for, the foreseeable future. As long as I keep getting Patreon money, I'll keep modding this game. And the Patreon money being around 300 right now is great. Like, that is good enough for me to keep working on it. It's not enough for me to kill myself working on it, but it's enough for me to do like an hour or two every day, which is what I've been doing. Pretty much. And I appreciate everyone on Patreon, even the little $5 donations, everybody. Like, the only reason I'm here modding this game at all is because of the Patreon. I would be so done, because doing shit like this, like the event system, is work. It's hard to get motivated, and it's really easy to not want to do it. Because I hate writing. I am not a writer. It's boring, it's stupid, it's torture. I don't like it, and I'm forced to do it, but I know that that it's interesting, and it's something this game's lacking. So, I really want to see the final product, and I want people to like it, and I think it's cool. Starting to shape up the way I first envisioned it, and starting to get hyped up about it. So, yeah, I know I haven't really been doing much on the Patreon. Like, I try to have votes, but, I'm kind of behind on the flow of how much I'm getting done here. And I can't really have a bunch of polls for too far into the future. I'm going to take a break from the event system after this update is done. I'm going to go back to working on the missions themselves, adding in new stronghold mission maps. I know you guys like the stronghold defense, most of you, and more random events and stuff like that. Just a bunch of random things. All right. I'm a little bit rambling now, but it has been a while since I made my last video. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all I gotta say. Things are going. So, anyway, see you guys later. And, farewell.